Hey guys, this is Sports Talk in the Man Cave. If you guys like our videos, go ahead and give us a like. If you want us to keep on doing the stock videos and the sport videos and other stuff that you guys agree on, man stuff, go ahead and give us a like. You'll help us out with our videos. Thank you.
I agree with Gilbert.
Thumbs up.
Welcome back to Sports Talk in the Man Cave. It's good to be back, guys, once again, here to talk sports when there's no sports out there. But we're going to try our best to give you some information here. First of all, let's congratulate Marco Raya from United South High School.
United South High School.
And he was picked in the fourth round, 128th by Minnesota.
Yeah, second highest in Laredo, next to Freddie Benavides that got picked 50th. And he's the second highest, so really good.
That's
an accomplishment.
Got
I think
fastball and a great slider. So let's see how he does.
I think he's going to be going straight over there to their farm teams and start working out with them, right? So that's pretty good. That's exciting. That's exciting for that family and for him. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good luck, man. Laredo, make Laredo proud, baby. And now let's go lightning round. You guys are good at this. You know, you get 30 seconds. I guess I better pull up my stopwatch so we can count you guys down. And we're going to hit a few questions today. I got about 4 questions for you guys. Let's see how you all do.
Okay.
First of all, we've seen some baseball players talking about baseball, right, that didn't want to play because it wasn't going to be worth their time, their money, that they're not going to get paid enough. So to combat that, do you think that the fans should boycott these sports teams for their greediness? Carlos, what do you think?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, if they wanted to cut my pay, I wouldn't want to go work either. If they were going to cut my pay in half, I think if you're skilled at something and you get paid to do something, you never do it for less than your worth. And these guys, believe it or not, they're skilled at what they do, and they're the best at what they do. If they weren't the best, they wouldn't get paid so much.
That's true. And you got it under 30 seconds. Good job. Carlos, Chale, what do you think?
I believe that athletes are doing something that they love to do. At least 90% of them or more, 90+% are doing what they love to do. They're playing a sport that they really work for, and they're getting paid enough money. So they better be very careful, especially these baseball players, that they don't fill the stadium every game. You know, they don't fill the stadium rarely unless they're in the run for something, unless it's a playoff game. So they better watch out.
All right. And Gilbert, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, baseball's already doing social distancing since last year, right? I mean, so the fans, if they don't be careful, they're gonna lose the fans for good. They're getting paid for a child's game, basically. Sometimes you gotta take a pay cut. I understand they're getting paid very well, but sometimes you got to see that it depends on the situation. Now, the ones that are suffering are the other players. They're not making the $40, $50 million a year. Those are the ones that are going to suffer.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I think they realize that for a certain part of the society, they do create a nice pastime to watch them. And maybe it helps some people through depression and bad times and stuff like that to watch sports. So who knows? Maybe it'd be nice for them to play for a little bit less.
Start a girls' league again. A league of her own.
All right. So now let's go on to the next question. Gilbert, we have a couple of COVID-19 positive football players now. So will there be an NFL season? Yes or no? What do you think? Elaborate.
I think they are, just because there's, like I've said it before, there's too much money to lose. The only thing is that these guys got to be careful. They're not being careful in their personal lives. You know, kind of like Zeke Elliott, he's still out there. I mean, obviously he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing. He's not being quarantined and following the guidelines. We just paid the guy a lot of money, and he's at it again. I mean, something's got to be done. I think they're gonna try to kind of limit their interaction with the public.
Yep. Carlos, what do you think, man?
I think the season is going to have to be postponed because we need to wait till Zeke gets better, and that might take a while. So, and honestly, there's probably other players that are positive too. And what's going to happen is they can cancel the season, like Gilbert said, but they can't play if they're positive. So I think they're going to postpone it and then kind of do like this isolation thing where they make sure everybody's good, and then season goes on.
All right. And last but not least, Chale, what do you think?
Well, I believe that there will be a season. It may be delayed or what it may be, but I think that there's going to be some cases to make maybe some key players that might hurt the outcome of the season. So I don't know how good it would be to have a season.
All right. Yeah, I kind of agree with that one, definitely. Now let's go on to something very big and major here. Is LeBron going to buy a fishing boat to cop MJ? Gilbert, what do you think?
The bigger the better, right? I think he's gonna end up doing it. Well, I mean, I think what he's trying to do is I think he's gonna go for the documentary. That's his way of getting the bigger fishing boat.
There you go.
My take, yeah.
Charlie, what do you think, man?
Space Jam 2 is coming around the corner. No, actually, I think that MJ, is now giving money, 100 million for this Black Lives Matter and stuff, which is, LeBron has always done it for the public, and they have to keep each other in check, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that's good. And Carlos, what do you think, man?
LeBron will definitely get a bigger boat, definitely catch a larger fish, and definitely have the best retirement of all time.
Okay. That was too easy of a question, man. That was too easy, too easy. Next one's pretty easy also. We read a little bit about Bryce Harper wanting to go to the Eagles. Can he actually play? I won't even put a timer on this one. Can he play in the NFL? Carlos, what do you think, man?
I think the answer is a definite no. He's 6'3", about 220 pounds, so that would put him at maybe a cornerback, and he's not fast enough for that. He's a good baseball player. Football is a different story.
Yeah. Gilbert, what do you think, man?
No, definitely no. Stick to striking out and getting overpaid. He ain't football quality.
Yeah, Charlie, what do you think, man?
I would like to see him take some hits and see if he really likes it or not.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think
Let him take some hits. It's not as easy as it looks.
I don't think the toughness is the question. I think the skill set is just completely. He does not have it.
You have to get used to getting those hits. If he's not used to getting those hits, not gonna take it.
He's got a $300 million contract, right? I don't think he needs it anyways.
He goes and gets injured.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, I think.
Go for the knees.
Let's go to our topics today, man. If there is an NBA season, let's kind of think about who could be the MVP for this season. I mean, so far, first of all, in the season, and then the Finals MVP. Gilbert, what do you think?
I think it's all set up to kind of benefit LeBron the way it's going right now. It seems like he's on a mission. He's been keeping in shape the way the reports have been stating. The Lakers are a veteran team. It seems like it's just a fit for him. I think that he's a front runner right now.
Charlie, what do you think, man?
I think Giannis will go on ahead and take it. The Greek Freak has had a tremendous season. They're leading right now at the break with the best record, and Giannis is a lot better than he is at this point.
Yeah, I think good. And what do you think, Carlos?
I think also it's between those two, Giannis or LeBron. And if I had to pick, probably Giannis because they have a better record. It seems like he's kind of carrying a team by himself, even though he does have some help. But I would have to go with Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, Giannis will get it. I guess I was thinking more like the way it's gonna be in, like, I guess the playoffs and stuff.
The way that it's set up.
Giannis is gonna win it. I agree with that.
All right, so let's get a little bit controversial here. And I don't know who's going to agree with this or not, but is it time for Pop to just be quiet?
Look, I love this stuff. I love when he comes out because he's just everybody knows he's a smart guy. His opinion's always respected, even though he is a bit rude about it, a bit too much upfront about it. He always seems to say stuff that makes sense. And he's clearly choosing a side now. There is sides to be, like it or not, there's sides. And he's clearly choosing a side right now, and I think it's good for him. And I think he's making the right choice in speaking out, because sometimes you can't just stay silent and put up with all this stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, look, for me, I think it's a total sham. I don't even believe most of the stuff he's saying. I think he's recruiting. If he's so much into all this, what's it called? All these things that he's saying, he should step aside and let Becky Hammond take over. If he wants the minorities to have a bit more of a chance and all that, he should just do that instead. Or he should just forfeit his salary for the whole year. He's always bragging about how rich he is and we don't need the money. Forfeit your salary. You're one of the highest paid coaches in the NBA. I mean, I think the guy is just, he puts up a front. He's trying to recruit. He's trying to get, the minority players, to go play for him. He hasn't had a free agent in how many years? I mean, come on. So he's in the downside of his career. He's desperate.
Chale, your beloved Spurs man. What's going on here, man?
Yeah, I definitely don't see that at all. I think the man is being very honest and stuff. Yet, I think that he should stay out of it. I think that he's getting into a media war. I think that the media is controlling what we're talking about and what we're doing more so than the people outside. And he's contributing to this media war and taking a side. He's taking the right side, saying the right things. I think he's honest, but he said what he has to say. And I think it's time to just stay away from it.
Look, the media does keep bringing it up, I'm sure. He doesn't just come out and, let me make a statement. I'm sure the media does ask him, and what do you think about what's going on with her? He's going to give his opinion. Pop has always been honest, so I don't think he's recruiting.
Why the hell can't he do it like during a basketball game? We're doing great. Oh, yeah, there's racism. You just walk away. He does like that.
Because this is a serious topic.
Yeah, it's always his profession a serious topic.
But you're not going to compare basketball to these real life situations. Yeah. And he knows that he cannot come out and be, this is this. Because if you don't take this topic seriously, then they are going to come after you. He wants to be clear on his position so that everybody knows what side he stands on.
I believe that he already said what he should say. I think that it's time for him to just say, I already talked my part and that's it. Because he's just contributing more to the war that they're trying to bring on.
I don't think he's contributing more to the war. I think he actually has the power to influence a lot of people, a lot of white people. He has the power to influence a lot of white people, and he can do it by speaking out.
Actually, I think he's separating more than he's uniting. I think that a lot of people, even in San Antonio, from what the reports that I've read, that they're starting to go against him.
Well, the people that go against him usually are a little bit racist.
I don't think it's racism or anything. It's just sometimes people go a little over the top, and maybe that's the problem that some people see. And there could be some racism of those people as well. But even people that are not racist might say that's a little too much already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's David, and he's basically saying also, in other comments that he's made, is that if you vote for if you're on the conservative side, then you're basically dumb. That's what That's what he insinuates. So, he's separating all. is that separation or not?
Yeah. Look, he didn't create separation, and he's not making it worse. Separation is there. Trust me. If if Popovich didn't exist, if he stayed quiet, it would still be there as much as it is now. It exists, and he's just making clear what side he's on and his opinion. Now, he's being extra rude to Trump, but if you're gonna be rude to anybody, I believe it's okay to be rude to the guy who made fun of a disabled man. So you could be rude to him.
You can be rude to him. All right. So yeah, it's kind of tough. And sticking with the NBA, now of course they stopped playing because of the coronavirus, but now they don't want to resume playing, not necessarily because of the coronavirus. It's more because of all this other stuff that's going on and social injustice and things like that. And that's another reason that they're giving that they don't want to play. Gilbert, what do you think about that and those players that are kind of starting that movement?
I think they're forgetting about the fans. They have to remember that they're still professionals. You still have to get up and work. So are we all going to stop going to work? Teachers, lawyers, doctors, and just protest because it's a bigger, you feel like it's a bigger issue. You still have to be a professional. You have the platform as well to be in your profession and speak out about it and be even bigger than being, than being on the sideline and just talking about it. most of those players that are hinting that they're already maxed out their players. Kyrie Irving's already a maxed out player. I mean, it's easy to do that from with a $20 million mansion sitting back than somebody who's trying to earn his way into a contract. And those guys have families to feed, and they're trying to make it big. They're trying to get to where Kyrie is. So I think it's a little unfair of him to try to separate the NBA players to not play.
All right.
I think the biggest thing is they don't want the NBA to be a distraction to people who are protesting for the cause that they're in favor of. They don't want it to be a distraction, and it might be a distraction, but I do think that they need to go to work and do what they do. And I think we need a little bit of distraction, not to pull away from the injustices or to pull away from the reform that needs to be done, but to pull away from all the negativity a little bit. I think they could also, like you said, Gilbert, use their platform as they're playing to speak out against it. Because back when Colin Kaepernick did it, it wasn't cool. Now it's cool to use your platform as an athlete to speak out against stuff like this.
It could be. It could be worth it. Charlie, what do you think?
I really believe that they should get back to work, and I think that some of these players that are saying that they shouldn't go back, maybe a thing of we don't have that much of an opportunity to win this all. I don't think LeBron's saying not to go back, and Giannis is not saying not to go back, and Kawhi, which are the three top teams that I think I could see out there. I don't say those guys are saying let's not go back. The only thing is that I believe that it could be affected with one person from either one of those teams getting sick, that they have to just throw the season away. I think that's what could hurt.
Yeah, and the fact is that the NBA is, I think, saying that if somebody doesn't want to show up, they don't have to show up, basically, right? So the
NBA has always been a
on,
players'
but if they
league.
don't want to play, that's fine.
Right. And I think Kyrie, I can guarantee you, had KD come back and said he wanted to play, I think he would have. I don't think he'd be making these statements.
He might not be making these statements.
Good point.
Good point.
I think,
Very, very good.
what Patrick Beverly said is accurate. If the king says we're hooping, we're all hooping.
Well, he was being a little. I think he was being a little sarcastic with it, but I mean, he can take it either way.
He's the leader. He's the leader of the players' union and shit. So no, he is the leader.
He meant it.
Yeah, let me switch it over to the NFL one more time. And I know it's going to be hard, but one of our favorite things to do is to pick a dead man walking. And
oh, wow.
We want to see who would be the first coach to be fired, or maybe the first player to get canned, or first quarterback to be sat down, this coming season, if there is one. Let's see.
I think it's going to be Drew Brees. I mean, Drew Brees has a lot of pressure on him. On top of that, he's already getting old. He was already declining from last year. Now with all this negative attention, now you have Jameis Winston as your backup. I think he's going to be the first one to go down.
Wow, that's man, the guy's still good. Carlos, do you have one?
A head coach, dead man walking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have one right now.
It's kind of hard right now.
It's very difficult to come up with anything because I can't really think of anyone right off the bat. But if Jameis Winston is the backup, he better not go down quick because he'll throw more interceptions than he would touchdowns. I mean, he was probably the quarterback with the worst ratings ever at throwaways or whatever it was.
He says he's one of the best ever to play the game.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
Wow.
I don't believe in numbers, but the numbers are there.
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I was thinking coaches of the Jaguars, maybe Sean McVay. I think he was a fluke, possibly. I think he was a fluke coach, that they got to the Super Bowl.
So you think they'll give him one more year?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they'll give him this year, and if he starts bad, maybe he's like booted, man.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to watch. It's going to be an interesting season if they do play it. And, I mean, the Cowboys are predicted to be pretty high up there. I don't know if they can actually get 11 wins, but they should be able to
I think so.
Yeah.
with their backup quarterback. So we'll see. But anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been hard to talk about sports with no sports, but I think we did it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are we close to the giveaway, Dave, or not yet?
we're still no, man. We got to get a few more subscribers, man.
We
So
need to
we're
get
working
more
on
subscribers. We have to get more subscribers before we do
everybody out there. Push to get more subscribers so we can give away a nice. I don't know. When are we gonna give away? Maybe.
Some Jameson
I mean,
with an alpha cave glass.
that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I know we talked about some.
the NBA finals. No one's going.
That's fine. We'll see, man. Let's see, but it'll be something good, because it'll be a nice accomplishment to get up to 7,500 subscribers, and then at 10,000, we're gonna give away something else. So there's still a few things out there for people. So is there anything that subscribers should like right now?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys agree that there should be an NBA season, give us a like. You'd be kind of helping us with knowing where your stance is, and as well as helping us with our numbers.
And that would be a good way to check, because if you get, let's say, 100 views and 50 voted, that's a 50-50. So
Yeah,
it's a good way to look at a number with a like.
definitely. Carlos, any good news about anything?
Fight Island is officially underway with the UFCs. They rented out an island, and they're gonna start having fights there. So it sounds like Mortal Kombat or something.
That sounds awesome, dude. Man, they're gonna get ratings. That's gonna be good. Can't wait. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
All right.
See ya.